Peace and high frequencies, everybody. Little by little, every day this week, my voice has been leaving me a little bit. And I hadn't thought about it. You know, I talked about it last week about the throat chakra. And remember, I had the dream with the little boy who was like the surgeon or whatever and went into my throat chakra and cleaned it all up. Well, now this week I've been having some, I've been feeling like, little throat issues. And now today I wake up and it's a little scratchy, and I'm also, feeling the connection between like my inner ear and my throat. And so the more that I'm talking today, of course, the more that we talk and use those vocal cords and those muscles and get that vibration going in the throat area, it started. And of course, I did my mushroom coffee with some the reishi, cordyceps, turkey tail, maitake, lion's mane, all that good stuff. I have that as a mushroom. It's organic coffee that I have, non-GMO, and I ordered it. And then I also I put a little extra reishi mushroom instant coffee that I got from the Asian store in there, and a little bit of vanilla almond milk. It tastes really good. So I've been drinking that. It's really warm. Of course, I did my 80 mortals. I share with that. I do that every morning when I wake up, and I'll probably do some more 80 mortals this afternoon around about noon or 1 o'clock when the body is at its heightened state with the sun. But as I'm moving along this morning, and I hate to put things on Mercury retrograde because I ain't that girl. I ain't that witch to be telling y'all Mercury retrograde did this and Mercury retrograde, but I am the one to say be very aware during this time, because Mercury retrograde is just the slowing down of the planet. And so when we see those things that affect us, and I was born during a Mercury retrograde, so it doesn't have an extreme effect on me, the energy of the cosmos, but I have to look at the energy within myself. So when things slow down, I don't know where it stopped. I didn't even know my phone had stopped. I guess the phone rung and it stopped. But I don't blame things on Mercury retrograde. Like I said before, I'm not that witch. But it does cause us to slow down and look inwardly at our body, what we need to focus on. Shout out to Divine Connection 228. Thank you so much for sharing our, because I don't just see it as mine, but just our ways of being whole within our womb. That we're sharing with other people, and I really push that for women about womb wellness. And thank you so much for the shout out on your YouTube channel. You all check out Divine Connection 228. She is going back live with her intuitive messages, her channelings, information she receives from the divine. That is Divine Connection. That's in the name, baby, Divine Connection. But Mercury retrograde causes us to slow down. We need to slow down. Attend to those things that we haven't attended to, that has been just taking a back seat. Like I was saying before, it's been taking a back seat. Although we probably know we should have been dealing with it. But we probably had a hierarchy of things in our lives that we had to tend to before we got to that. It's up to us now that if we haven't tended to it, it's not pothole, y'all. It's so many potholes on this street. It is ridiculous. These back streets in Memphis, baby, will tear your car to pieces. But anyway, those things that you haven't tended to in life is gonna come up. All right, they're gonna show themselves. They're gonna be like, hey, you ain't fuck with me. You ain't do what you supposed to do. Boom. Okay. That's kind of like, and that's why a lot of people, I guess, don't like Mercury retrograde, because of course it's over communication, technological issues, things like that. If you haven't tended to things that need to happen with your car, if you haven't tended to things that need to happen with communication with people in your family, your significant other, your children, your work, You know, things that you know you should have discussed or talk about with business partnerships or things of that nature. It's going to come up and it may not look so good because now you've allowed that energy to fester and you didn't tend to it when you should have weeks, months, years ago. But now it's going to pop up and be like boom, bam, pam. You're going to be blindsided when you should have already looked into it and looked at it beforehand. So when it goes into Mercury retrograde, just take time to slow down. When you know we getting ready to go into a Mercury retrograde, and I'm talking to myself, I ain't just talking to y'all. When I'm giving these messages, y'all, I'm really talking to myself too. But that's the time for you to get your car checked out. That's the time for you to review relationships, conversations with people that you know you should have had that you haven't had. It's time to review your connection to yourself. Look at your physical being. Where have you been lacking? What do you know you need to do better? How you need to fuel and feed your body, the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, everything that it needs in order for it to move more. Do you need to drink more water? Are you on medications and you know you need to be off of medications, and what you need to do in order to get yourself to a state of balance and healing thyself? You know, things that you put off, be like, no, I need to start exercising, working out, doing a cleanse, a detox, focusing on our kidneys. We are in a season of winter. We should be focusing on our kidneys, y'all, and our bladder. What are we doing to do that? Do we need to drink more water? We need to get on our electrolytes, which is the magnesium, the potassium, the sodium. Are we doing that? Are we getting in the coconut water? What are we doing to really give ourselves and our inward cosmic reality, which is the only one that we have a direct attachment to right here in this physical realm? You got to wake up in it, you go to sleep in it, you run around all day in it. I mean, yes, we are connected cosmically, but it isn't the dense matter where you can touch it, feel it, and really connect to it. You have to have a spiritual connection to it. But this is the dense reality that we have a connection to in this this frequency that we've been on, this planet they call Earth or Tiamat, whatever they call it. I don't know why I keep doing it. I don't know what's going on with this song. but as I was saying, I will not be silenced. I shall not be moved. Okay, so going back to it, I'm acting silly. But anyway, going back to it, I want you all just to do that. Just like I said before, I got to get my washing machine checked out, or I may have to buy a new one. This is something that I was told months ago. I should have dealt with it then. But now Mercury retrograde is within this energy. It smacks dab, hits you in the face at a time that you don't expect it. So things occur, you all. Also, make sure if you have children, we really, even if you don't, but it's really important for these individuals who have children that are still in the household with them, they go to school every day, you know, those children, or you homeschool, whatever you do. Right now, you all need to be storing up. You got to store up, because you're going to have to feed the babies. You're going to have to start growing food. This is coming to me. You all need to start growing food. Whether you pick out a spot in your backyard, front yard, or if you don't have a yard, pick out a place on your patio, in your home. I sell the tower gardens. You can pay a tower garden $65 a month, and you can grow inside your home in the tower garden with the lights. It looks pretty. You can actually have your children also grow and see the process with the tower garden. You also go outside in the soil and do it. But right now, you got to store up. You got to store up your water. We've been hit with too many different issues that's been going on with our water. We see that they are playing with our water. They've been playing with it. We know they have chemicals in the air. They got chemicals in the water. If we got to go to the store, somebody sent me a video the other day about showing this lady that was testing out the alkalinity of various waters that we drink, that we purchase from the stores, that we think may be high end or good quality, and was showing how acidic they are. It's up to us to know how to make our own water alkaline, okay? Get you stock up on some lemons, some limes, even if you have to use the baking soda. Things that you have to do to make your water alkaline. Google that. What can I do to cleanse my water? When I was teaching STEM for 6 years, or 6.5, I taught children how to build a water filtration system. One of the things that was very important when I think it was Michigan had the issue with their water system, and they had dirty water. I think they still going through it. We need to teach our children, create STEM projects for your children at home. If you need that, because I still got all my materials in my book, if you need that and want to create a project for your children to do at home and you all can do it together, build a water filtration system. And you never know how that may come into use in latter years. You take it and put it in a storage closet, put it in your garage, put it in their room so they can play with it from time to time. But you never know what you may need to use that water filtration system for, and how they need to be educated on how to filter and cleanse their water, because we can't depend on the government system for shit. This government system wasn't built for us. They don't give a fuck about us, point blank period. I'm just letting y'all know, when things start to collapse around us, we got to be prepared. So Mercury retrograde is bringing that to my awareness and to the forefront too. Look at our food system, our water system. I had the dream last year about going to the grocery store, looking on the packages, and they was putting the vaccine stuff inside the food. This ain't something, just like a few years ago when I had the dream about the president allowing children to be transgender and sending the children off to get their surgeries, babies like 5, 6 years old. And it's going on right now. So when I receive these messages, it may not make sense to anybody at that time, but it's for a time to prepare. And it may not even make sense to me, but it's just letting us know this is the time to prepare, that we have to prepare for this, because it may come. I hate to say it is sure to come, because I don't know what the future may hold, but it may come, and it doesn't hurt to be prepared. All right, you all. So that's my message for today. As always, I'm going to leave you in peace and high frequencies, everybody.